Like the second kalma recited, what was that? Hazrat Khwaja Bahauddin Naqshbandi, there was connected to him. And his for use and barakat. So all the reward and barakat, we ask Allah to assign it to him. Then what happens? Alhamdulillah, on his behalf, from his direction, the rahmah and mercy comes to the student. So this is an objective due to which we recite. We don't just sit down and start reciting these kalma for nothing. There are lots of reasons, purposes behind this, that our pious predecessors for thousands of years, hundreds of years, they made a habit of reciting these, that when you sit, you recite them and you get a lot of benefit. And then additionally, the same pious predecessors have stated that there is an effect in these kalamat, that every sickness, the cure is in these kalamat. So this is the cure. For example, the sisters, the women folk who are reading these kalamat at home, alhamdulillah, there are thousands of women folk around the world who are reading Khatam Khwajgan, these verses. There are sicknesses at home, somebody is affected by jinnat, someone's got problems, somebody's got distress, sorrow, bad, hard circumstances. There's a very easy method. Take a bottle of water or a glass of water next to you with full faith that there is an effect of these kalamat, these verses. So when we complete Khatam Khwajgan, reciting all the verses, then every person should blow onto that water 7 times. Then, after blowing on that water sometimes, then start to use that water, utilize that water. Whoever the sick people, give the water to drink. Whoever is distressed, give them the water. Whatever issue or sickness you want a cure for, until evening, keep on giving water to that person. Then in the evening, when it's Khatam Khwajan again, next majlis, then fresh water, blow on it again, then give that person drink. Inshallah, Allah's shifa, Allah's cure will start to take place. What easy methods we've been told. So many benefits for a person, immense benefits of dhikrullah, Allah's dhikr, Allah's remembrance. Recite Durood Sharif. Now this verse is for the thawab for Hazrat Bahauddin Naqshband Quds Sirah. And we recite this and present this reward in his service. Convey this reward. He was the head of the Naqshbandi order, the Naqshbandi silsila. And this silsila came right at the end after all the others. And compared to all the other orders, silsila, all silsilas are barhaq, they are all truth and take a person to Allah's nearness. But this silsila's brilliance is unique compared to the other silsilas. Because Hazrat Bahauddin Naqshband was given this order, and his grave is in Bukhara Sharif, and he went into prostration for 7 days. He did dua all night long, 7 days running, that Allah, the time to come, the generations to come cannot do mujahida, they cannot do hard work. So give us such a tariqah method, Allah, that we have to work hard, less effort, but your qurb, nearness is attained quickly. What a unique dua, ajib, unique dua. That we work less effort, not that many tasbihat can we do, chillas, that many days we have to struggle and toil, but maybe such that when a person enters into the silsila, the virtues of the silsila, his wazaif and worship should be such that very quickly the student can attain Allah's nearness and attain Allah's qurb, the connection with Allah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after 7 days, Allah ta'ala bestowed and gifted this silsila, the Naqshbandi order, to him. So this is given the title, the Naqshbandi silsila, after him. And another reason for its title name is also that in this silsila, the order, the first action that takes place is that on the heart of the student, Allah's name is imprinted, it's sealed onto the heart of the student. And this is such a great action because this is a dua that he performed. It's a unique point that all silsilas, the orders, that where they finish, then this silsila Naqshbandi starts at that point. So, as long as muamalat, the dua was accepted as well. And this is very easy. That in your actions, whether you're running a business, and especially we're so busy nowadays in this day and age, this order, Naqshbandi tariqah, doesn't restrict you, because the best way to implement this is that this silsila, in this silsila, you just have to hand over your heart to Allah. Assign your heart over to Allah, and the heart is the biggest thing. And the first wazifa, the first lesson, the first step in this order, Naqshbandi silsila, is that you have to empty your heart and hand it over to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's it. So when the servant gives his heart to Allah and his hands are busy in his work, in his occupations in the world, there's no restriction, no barriers, nothing pulling you back. Hazrat Junaid Baghdadi said that I was in the plain of Arafat, or Mina, I was in the plain of Mina. And they're businessmen, people, they buy things and people spend money. So he was selling items. He said, I saw an individual, he was very busy in his tijarat, in his business, in his trade. He said, I kept on looking at him, observing him, looking at his heart. Because the walis of Allah, Allah gives them the power, the ability that they can understand, recognize the halat, the conditioned circumstances spiritually of an individual. So he said that I looked at his heart and I observed his heart. In the evening, that he had earned a few 100,000 dinar by the evening. But subhanAllah, the amazing feat of his was that not a moment during the day was he negligent or disconnected from Allah's remembrance. This is the silsila. If a human being bring this into his life physically, that always he's remembering Allah and he hands his heart, assigns it over to Allah. The meaning of the heart being jari, alive, is this indeed. It's not necessarily that you feel your heart beating. No, the amazing achievement of this silsila is that when the shaykh, he pays attention to the student and gives dhikr, then his dhikr that he performs as a student, automatically it makes him focus and pay attention and connect to Allah. He's always focused and his heart is paying attention to Allah. So the definition of this feeling is called jari of the heart. The heart is alive. So whoever's heart always is thinking about Allah, and with regards to Allah, he's focusing on Allah, then consider that his lesson or latifa qalb is alive. It's like, not this, that his heart's beating, shaking, and he feels the anwara, the light in his heart. These are emotions or hal. Everyone has different energy, resources, every abilities. This has no relationship with the fact that his heart is jari, or there's nur coming, or I can feel it, or there's a burning sensation. No. This doesn't give us any conclusion. The real stand of the heart is that when you do dhikr, then always you should be thinking and contemplating and pondering and attaching yourself to Allah. And when you are always thinking about Allah, then imagine the fear that will be developed within you. And you'll think Allah is very close to me. So this is the great kamal of this dhikr. The result of this dhikr is that after you learn the lesson of the heart, dhikr of the heart, then in your heart such islah, reformation takes place in your heart, that you are always focused on Allah. You're always thinking about Allah, looking towards Allah. So this is Hazrat Bahauddin Naqshbandi rahmatullahi, with whom this silsila started. Hundreds and millions of times over, we are grateful that Allah Ta'ala has gifted us this silsila, this order. And another great achievement is that all salasil, all orders, they all start from Hazrat Ali radiyallahu anhu. But silsila Naqshbandiya, the order Naqshbandiya, is connected back to Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu anhu. So you know who is Abu Bakr Siddiq amongst the companions, how high was his rank. And Allah with him, how Allah was connected to him, and how Allah Ta'ala rewarded him, and spiritually his maqam, his level amongst all the companions, the Sahaba. So this silsila has many other virtues, fadail. So my brothers, this order, Naqshbandi order, is the order, the silsila for this day and age, this era that we're in now. And for Islah, it's the excellent order, excellent method. So this silsila, for this, make effort yourself for the Naqshbandi silsila, and invite others, and explain to others, and at least say to them that if you can't do anything more, that at least learn the first sabak, the first lesson. For Jannah, for paradise, for Allah's nearness, the first lesson, the sabak, is enough. And a human being, just with that, can arrive to Allah Ta'ala's nearness. And the amount that the Shaykh prescribes, the quantity, then be regular on that, consistent on that.